That's the business.
Hello.
I can write down my name.
Well, like if you like spilled water. I did. Look. You're so dumb. You push it. I'm never gonna open that.
Everything.
You push it down and then.
No.
Is that a name? Is that a name tag? What? No one's gonna find it.
I found it.
Well, like, no, if it's lost, no one's ever gonna find it.
Keep my backpack shut. Oh, yeah.
You should play airport security. Sucks. Like the Stanley Parable.
No, Levi, no. Max. To Max. Yeah.
Okay.
Or 30.
Don't look anything up.
No. Can you stop?
I messed
Oh,
up.
I wanted to clap.
Oh. Oh.
Can you stop?
Oh. Stretch.
Alright, fuck. Why did you name it microphone?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No. Well,
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
Why is your
427.
account
And
logo?
employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Door
be?
closed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his coat. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I don't care about your story. Who farted? Ooh. I did something.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
50 clicks. Should be too long. We've got to fight
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's that door? Or 20? Should close, right? Or 15. Oh, there it is.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Should be back here. No. Door 437. Oh, there it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
4-5. Should be back over here. Oh, there it is.
Now, back to door number 437.
Should be back over here.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Oh, copy.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
No, it's not all of you.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. No.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Again?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think,
Now what?
only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Turn down the desk. Down the desk. Okay. Oh, this card should give me a slight boost. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to go to the left one. I want to go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes,
Perhaps
I
he
did.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, nah, I don't want to. Can I open these? No, don't think so. Oh, yeah?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
What?
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drink. I put it on the chair.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
No, I don't like coffee.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
Yes.
poorly on his overall personality. It's possible, but at last he'd had enough of the
Hey.
amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
You know what? I'm good.
Stanley was so bad
Hey.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
You're
5
not
years
lying.
ago.
You're lying right now. Stop. Climb up. Get on the chair. Yeah. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. If it causes death, how am I supposed to pay $5K? Actually. Yeah, I'm good.
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley
Hey.
leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh yes, dying is so powerful. Says, I hate Mondays.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Turns
missed
off.
a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
I turned
trace
it
of
off.
his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in
Oh,
the
yes.
office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I like to work. I just hate my boss. Why is the man floating? You get turned off. Ooh. Did something. It's not, I hate Mondays. Cup.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No,
This
thank
was
you.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I got that.
Wow. Yes, this room.
It's
What a
near
beautiful
who
room.
farted co.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
Number one
Life
now.
without having experienced this room
Wanna see
was
that
now
cup?
too horrible even to consider.
Be my Valentine.
Yes, really, really worth it being here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'm actually going to try to go without falling off.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey, I want to drive the forklift. Can I glitch? Again? And keep it on pause. Oh, oh. Share. Share. Get on it. I want to get on the chair. Oh, look at door. Need a key card for that.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who did I forget?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking
I'm my own
for her.
person. If I can do things.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she? Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstance, attempt to finish cut off. Gosh. Hey. What if I want to go back there? Worth it. Can I drag you? Come on. I want to get out of here. Come on. Basically driving the forklift. It's basically driving the forklift. I don't like how it's dark in here. Hey.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to pick up the phone. What's this?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a
I
white
plugged
light
it.
engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
Oh,
Hope
yeah.
for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness.
What?
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes,
No,
I
that wasn't
did.
supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
even know that
did.
was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife.
Can I
And the
pick up
two
now?
pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that
That
even
is-
possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see...
I have rights.
No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, I am.
I can't believe
So,
I was
is
so
I supposed to be
mistaken.
fake?
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in
What
this
do you mean
game for
incorrect
so long.
choices?
If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety
Cigarettes.
protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can
Hey.
educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
But I
Please
don't like
observe
safe
this helpful instructional
decision-making.
video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Hi, Rupert.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for
Okay.
all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember
I wanna
that
forget
unlike
how to
here,
read.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice
yeah.
that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking
Fish.
with a person who does not make sense,
I
in
wonder
all
when 2
likelihood,
plus 2
that
equals
person
fish.
is not
2
real.
plus 4 equals
Allow the
fish.
person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What's that? What's that supposed to
Excellent.
mean?
Making choices on a regular basis
What is he doing to
the
that
best part
crocodile?
to a healthy decision-making process.
What is he doing with the
Most
crocodile?
medical professionals recommend making at
Sticking his
least
head in
8
there?
choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
Yes.
And finally, if you
I
begin
make
to wonder if your choices
make
are
so many
actually meaningful
choices.
and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor
thoughts
will
matter.
guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have
Well,
noticed
where did all these
this
come
room has
from?
begun to deteriorate
Okay, I want to
as
get
a
in.
result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, man. What? Can I go? Oh, man.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't
Hey, I
have you
wanna
jumping
jump
off the
off
platform
again.
and dying. Imagine the main character dying
Where did this
senselessly
get here?
halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Hello. Okay. Looks like a button. Let's see.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
But I don't want them the left door. I like the right door better.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I like the right door better.
No! Why did you do that?
Hey, I want to
Hurry
go
back
through.
in the other direction. Perhaps we're not
What's
too
this?
late.
What's this? Whoa. Can I get up here? Oh, oh. I'm in. Oh, we got up on top. Oh, yeah. Okay. Am I slipping? I'm in. Got this door now. What's this? Oh,
Oh, it's
what
ruined.
happened
I
here?
can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
Because I like
What
it.
did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
What is
You
with
play like
this
so much
chair?
garbage.
It's like inside of another chair.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility
Yeah.
forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Maybe
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I
destroys
do?
your work. I'm good with it.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
destroy your
have
story.
to.
Whoa. What's going on? What's that? Whoa, whoa. Why is the floor yellow? Is it always yellow? What?
I'm here. I'm still here.
What's
In
that?
this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where
Up
we
here?
are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You
Yes.
just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Hey.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That
Nope.
there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Your
If
story.
you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
What
I
underground
worked so hard on
facility?
it. I tried so hard to make
Hey, what?
is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
What
quite sure
story?
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All
Right,
right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, there we go.
No! Why did you do
But-
that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
Right door.
first.
Right
I'm
door.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right door. Let's go. Where did this go? What happened to that chair? Just doesn't say anything there, I guess? Happened in that room. Okay.
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry back.
Why did it take it
Behave
so long?
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the
Try
task.
one more
Just
time.
follow my lead and you'll
Right.
be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Last time I'm down this way.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Hey.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Okay,
means
I'll
choosing
follow your
responsibly and always
story.
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh man, can't go back. It's normal in that room. Pick that monitor's on. See. Look, it's not destroyed. Hey, I want to file to the whiteboard.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Boss's
Stanley decided to
inspection.
go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, I'm on the table. Using slides to oh, what? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on slides, charts, slides and charts. Rate average charts on the same slide to pick the same information. What's this? I don't want to see your stat. What? I think it's glitching. Circle top 20 things photo. Plus. Okay, I'm done with that. Ooh, broom closet. Go in. I'm in.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I want to get
office.
to those doors. Yeah. Try to glitch. Wow, this is nice. Two photos. No, across water. This lamp is not floating.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115. Can you hear me? Is that a second one?
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115. It's not doing anything.
I'm sorry.
Nightshark 115.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115.
Fine. You're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you
coward. Hey.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? Whoa, is that me?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Is that me?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door.
Am I in the ceiling?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is everything all right?
What? That was
Stanley,
done already.
this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without
I would
you.
make a decision. I definitely choose the right
fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do.
During the game's
over.
over.
To take that step forward, please. Choose.
Brazilian Portuguese translation.
Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs
Game over? Already?
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Okay.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Sorry, Leroy. What? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, still floating. Input received. I'm gonna go through the right door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
One thing I
lounge
saw, and I
first,
want to go
just
back
to
and get
admire
it.
it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, thank you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
So,
it's
over here,
incredible he wasn't
little
5 years
pathway.
ago.
Try to get up there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
There we go.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Danger.
Prove
Danger
that I'm on your
everywhere.
side. Give me a chance.
No. No. Oh. I feel like I've been here. No buckets past one. Do not stand on this side. That's it's kind of too late.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, a blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Blue
Stanley
door.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating
Blue
properly.
door.
Stanley walked... All right, fine,
No,
go
thank
ahead,
you.
Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what
Yes,
lies at the end of this
please.
road
Show
you've
me.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished
What's
building
that?
this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Too bad, I
rooms,
already got
exposed
here.
developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Well,
Because
there's
this is what you wanted to see. Help me here,
See a thing
Stanley.
over there,
Help
too.
elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely
Yes,
nothing
please.
so
I'd like
far.
all of those.
Tell you what.
Skill
Take a
trees.
stab
What
in
is
the
that?
dark at a new design,
What's
and
that?
you can give me some feedback.
Which
There we
text?
go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
Where
Stanley.
did this
Take
come
it for a
from?
spin.
Some of the lights turned orange.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, wait, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
Maybe
Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
What?
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Worldwide leaderboard. Okay. Where am I? %3% shows Stanley's line. I'm last place out of everyone worldwide. Last friends? What do you mean friend is that? I have plenty of friends. My press music?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
No.
honest answers, please.
Nope.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Game?
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I want to play a game.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful
baby on
all about
fire.
the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Yeah,
Of
this
course,
kind
the
affects
message
art
of the
world.
game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So
4
why don't you
hours?
give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's
I
effective?
don't have
Be
4
sure
hours.
to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, that's loud. What happens if I let my baby into the fire? Whee!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate
Baby on
babies or
fire.
purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know
I
what
don't
to
know.
do. I'm completely
That's
out
me.
of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
Uh-huh.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your
But I
input
like
was
that.
extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's
Like what?
see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Where?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Wyoming.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you
Oh,
from
yeah.
up high in your creep tower.
Stalker
perhaps for some sort
simulator.
of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Sound like a Minecraft board. What's that? Oh, it's windy out here. So. Gas cans. Can we get a match for that real quick? Yeah. Let's see what's down. Privileges. Yeah.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? What's that thing I saw?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What?
Thank goodness.
Don't play an open
Close
world
call.
game.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big open.
Thing?
Just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
heavens.
So I want to
wait a
go.
minute. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Hey,
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find
no,
another
I want
game.
to stay here.
Preferably
Take me
something
to
with
walk.
walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, Rocky?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just
Yeah,
a
Rocky.
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't
See,
any possibility
South
that you could get
Korea?
lost here. Now this
That's
is
France.
game design. Stanley, if you
Sweden,
manage to get lost in this
Japan,
game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Greece, Italy, Germany.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no
Cars.
racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports ball.
I think
Sports
it's
ball.
sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases
Oh,
and do a
it's
touchdown
racquetball.
together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, yeah. Can run. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Good score.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh,
What are you doing?
What? What's this?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Ah,
How will
too
you
late.
write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Oh, I think I just fell. What? What's this? It's an old version of the Office. What can I do here? This is the back rooms. There's a light. I want it in there. Now what do I do? What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the
Let's
heavy
see.
cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him.
Can't see.
It's me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can wait too. Probably longer than you. Now what do I do? Oh. I'll come back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I'm gonna
he
go
entered the
this
door
way
on his
now.
left.
I tried.
Yet there was not a single
Tips
person
for
here
not getting
either.
fired.
Feeling a wave of
Doing
disbelief,
unbelievably
Stanley
amazing
decided to
work
go
all the
up to his
time, every
boss's
day.
office,
No
hoping he
expectation
might
of
find an
promotion.
answer there.
Ooh, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the
yeah,
broom
broom
closet, but there
closet.
was nothing here, so he turned
Broom
around and got
closet.
back on track.
Room closet party.
There was nothing here. No
Here's
choice to make,
brooming.
no path to follow,
Here's
just an empty broom
stapler.
closet. No reason to still be here.
Mr. Wrench. Tape twins.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He
Uh-huh.
wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Yeah, maybe I
As
would.
it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh yeah. I like it. I like it in here.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah, it's
Standing around
narrative.
doing nothing? Why?
Because I like to party.
Here. I'm
I
genuinely
like to
confused.
party in the broom closet. Broom closet.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd
So?
said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I
don't like the story. I make my own story.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe
Yes.
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends
my
find this
favorite.
concerning.
No, it's not concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really
Hey, whoa.
stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
No,
That
no,
or
I'm
with
not.
drug money. Also,
Drug
Stanley is
money?
addicted to drugs and hookers.
Drugs. I'm not addicted to drugs.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
No, I'm not.
You got to this broom
You're pretty alive
closet,
in here.
explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when
No,
a
I'm not.
physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
What?
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure
Hey,
that your
someone
body is
out there.
taken care of before it
You wanna
begins
come
to
party with me in the
decompress.
broom closet?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
No, they're
They have
not.
fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area
Corpse?
and instruct another
They're not
human to
dead.
take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, thank you. I'd rather stay in the broom closet. I'm gonna get the broom closet ending. I love the broom closet ending. Can't see anything. Oh, I'm getting kind of bored now.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Second
Again,
player.
coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, thank you. It's back here. Ain't no glitches. I'm gonna stick my head here. Oh.
But Stanley
Hey.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of
Oh,
facing his
confidence,
boss,
I can know.
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be
Purse.
fired
I
for
want a
that.
purse.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he
Purse.
believed everyone had vanished.
Exit.
His
I like
boss would think
exit.
he was crazy. And then
What
something
is-
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Exit.
of my co-workers blinking
I just saw
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
just saw that
for
card.
no reason at all. None of it made any logical
That's
sense.
supposed to be the
As Stanley
staircase.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why
Hey, I
did
don't have any
doors
feet
close
very well.
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that
Hey.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself,
Hey.
this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I'm just gonna keep
"I'm
going.
dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Oh yeah.
His
I love
co-workers
dreams.
weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh yeah, I'm
Thought
not
to
gonna miss
himself,
my
"I
job.
suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid." So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Flying?
above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a
I was
magical
flying for a second.
starfield, and it too appeared. It was so
Whoa,
much
hey,
fun,
whoa.
and Stanley
Why is
marveled
it so
that he
dark?
had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Which
Why
was?
is there a voice in my head
Yeah,
dictating
why is there a voice
everything
in
that
my
I'm
head?
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. "I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts," he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Why do you just keep
Was Stanley
repeating?
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Yes?
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Yeah, I'm so awake right
Now,
now.
hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
I'm part.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
I'm
that
in
this
control.
was a dream. So he
It's
closed
not a
his eyes
dream.
gently, and he invited himself
Hey,
to wake
well,
up.
wait, hey,
He
wait.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his
A
skin,
blanket.
the press of the mattress on his back,
A blanket.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
A blanket.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Am I going somewhere?
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Buttons. I want
It's
push
all I
buttons.
want.
Where?
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Alright. Oh, hi, car.
Stanley began screaming. "Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Yeah, wake me up or
I have a
something.
boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be
Lights
real.
turn
I
red.
must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?"
I am
And
Stanley.
everything went black.
Hey,
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
what happened to Stanley?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her
What
place
was
of work.
Stanley?
But on this particular
No.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yeah,
And in that
I know
moment,
what crazy
she
person looks
thought to
like.
herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Hey, I'm in
Know
control of my mind
what's real
too.
And what isn't.
I know it's
It
real.
was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
And
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was
yeah.
only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Boop. Boop.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know, should I go on the left? Or should I not? Should I go right or left? Let's see. Chat, should I go right or left? Should I go right or left, chat?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Okay,
it
I'll be
perfectly
choosing
well.
right.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
I haven't
open
gone
door on
there
his
yet.
left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ooh, big red button. Got press it. Ooh. Love pressing big red button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
So, second I got one option.
Oh, no,
What?
it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why
What do you
would
mean
I
not the right?
ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ooh, big door. Can I ride the truck? Oh, what's this? Fire.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here
Stand there.
yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your
Spoiler?
eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I
What are
kidding?
these?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Meeting room. Boop. Boop.
When Stanley...
Oh.
Wait, what?
Where do these doors come
No.
from?
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh, let's find the story. Let's find the story. Yeah. Sure, yeah. I think we just went around. Inner guilt. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
I
we need
find
to
it
restart
unlikely
the
that we'll
game.
ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Press on the monitors, make the input monitor show up. Okay. We'll try going back. See if I missed. I don't know, sure.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Restart
It's
the game.
possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Look at the door. I think that's when we came through. The yellow ones.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
Where'd this come
The
from?
story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay,
It's dead
let's
end.
go back the other way and retrace our steps.
What happened here? This was not here.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah, it's
You know
an
what?
office building.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good
win.
job. Oh, no.
No,
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
I did.
people
I
win
put in
fair
so
and
much
square,
hard work.
and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Right. Oh. I don't think I've been over here before. Let's just keep track.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
You sure?
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all this. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
How am I supposed to follow Linus? Where's that? This is music. Kind of loud. Second close out.
Great. Cut the music. Go back
Thank
and
you.
look at that fern.
Okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay,
You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of the... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, thrilling, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I like that tour.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, this is not a flat. Okay. Backroom shenanigans.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
I like the line.
Monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'll put it back up and see.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
Confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
And he
determined?
dies.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of
So it
this?
looks like they're right here.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want
gonna
the game
restart.
to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it.
Okay.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
At least let me back
And the
out.
timer
What?
stopped.
What?
Does that
Is that an earthquake?
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
I don't want to die. What? Where'd the papers come from?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's kind of messed up. So his documents all over the floor.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Something different so far.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, not again. I won't do this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Come on, I have to wait up here. I'm bored already.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. What's this? Second draft. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Me, Chris. Stream batch. It's fine. I get on the toilet? Not me. What are you doing here? That. And also it's in here. Oh. That's right, elevator. Am I done? Always. I don't know what that. Boop. Is this even going there? Elevator music. I wonder where this elevator is going to take us. Am I supposed to go up? Am I actually going anywhere? I don't think the elevator works.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Two, 8, 4, 5, was it?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
definitely
input
random.
the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah,
Amazing.
totally.
He stepped into the newly opened
That's
passageway.
cool. Super weird. That button, gotta press that eventually, right? Boop.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
mind controls. Any glitches over here? Oh,
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
What
secret
happened
did
to
this
Daniel?
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
Oh,
have the
what the hell?
strength to find out?
eh,
Aha! You've made it to the
What is
bottom
this
of the
stuff?
mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Wow.
And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came
So
time to
clever.
update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go.
what?
New content. You can
New
call it
content? I
the
like the
bottom of the
content.
mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yes.
Always more content, more content, more
content.
more.
More
I'm here to
content.
give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't
Oh, yeah.
hear it anywhere else in the game.
Let's hear it.
It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this
Yeah, I'm so
track,
special.
Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it.
I did it.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe
Next
in your
time, I'm gonna go the right way.
Cross this barrier. Chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
This time I did it correct.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of
They
two
were doing the
open
right way
doors,
this
he
time.
entered the
They're
door
not
on
gonna
his
jump
left.
off.
Yet there was not a single person here
There's
either.
a single path
Feeling
for
a
the
wave
two.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
My
to his
grandpa
boss's
said
office,
no.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Pretty calming, isn't it?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Hello again. Mind control facility, here we come.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind
Go to that
Control
next.
Facility. The lights
Here we
rose
go.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Press the button. Oh, look, there's new press the buttons.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
Okay.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
New press. Elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Sounds about right.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So here's probably 5. Okay. Nice.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty.
What happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me out.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
There you go.
Welcome back.
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Not go to the store.
new content? What does that mean?
Can't not go through the new content. Sure. Where's that one? Where am I going?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Jumps.
All right, let's see it.
I want to jump.
The jump circle?
Only 30 jumps already? That's not even jumping. Oh, it's only a couple jumps left.
If you want to wear something where you're going to get wet, it's very good.
There we go.
Water.
Is that it?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
He copied me.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
Daniel?
initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. And I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
This next time, I'm gonna call everything he said.
Oh, I have a cheap thing already.
This is not the same.
Yeah.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Well, that's what you do, right?
No, I'll go check it out.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Yeah, that's right. Down there.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
That's good.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Check out this new memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
$1.
Come in.
It's house.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like the stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Wow.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Hour? Memory zone. Okay. That's that. No. That's gonna shut by me, isn't it? Do it.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
I'm not.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Welcome.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly,
that's a
I
mess.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Yeah?
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'll do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what cooking knife... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about...
Where is he? No, here. Oh. Fire alarm going off. Ow. Ow. Skip.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic...
Where is he?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the...
Are you killing him? Well, what happened here? The ball phone. A lighter. That's the light. Skip. Oh, there's tank started here. And that doesn't look too much shit. Random planes. Oh, the button fell. Can't press it. No. Well, yesterday. Has it really been that long? Go this way then. It's kind of boring. Okay. Oh. What does that do? Heavy. Hit a button. Press them all. Just a few. I'll just come back on. I just press buttons. Now what? Press every single button. You love pressing buttons. I just press the right button. What do we do now? Click almost every button. Pretty sure I pressed every single button. Voice of what? What do I do? What do I do now? I have to manually restart the game. Right. There we go. Ooh. Can I just say, before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience if you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the time you're setting are correct. Tell me about it. I'll make you a deal. Since you've been cooperating. Go ahead and pick whatever time you want, even if it's not correct time. You've heard. Alright, I'll let you get back to the paper. Now what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, that's always this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This music together.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's try to escape through this time.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Escape.
Stanley
Escape.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Uh-oh.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
I
on
don't want to
track.
go back.
At this point, Stanley
I
was
just
making a
got in
conscious,
here.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I see it. Where'd it go?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
It's right.
he reflected that his life had
Just
been of
wish
no
me.
consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
I don't want to die.
Farewell, Stanley.
I don't want to die. Scared. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley
Who's
was led
this?
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
What are you
killing him
talking about?
instantly.
Oh. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, what's I going to accomplish?
When every
What's
path you
this?
can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making
The
life
office?
the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Fine, office. Office. Hmm. 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 Right. So. I like that last one. The office. War is coming. I'm good. I don't want to read that. What's this? Countdown. Countdown test. Oh, this takes me anywhere, doesn't it? Oh, this. Yeah, this wouldn't take me anywhere.
The big red button.
What's this?
Stanley pushed the orange lever. Stanley pushed the big red button. Stanley jumped in the river. Then he pushed the number 4.
That's good. Maybe I should go here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how
No.
much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Wait,
You can still
wait.
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
No! Wow, what's happening? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Her trigger. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Perhaps we're going here now. Nothing. Still nothing. Why is there a gun on the bandage? Nope, that was bad.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, wow. That was better. Not listen to the music again. Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't want to get back on track.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I don't like I'm gonna beat these. Don't get smushed. I'm gonna get smushed. The weird
As the
narrative
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Better not.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So we gotta go up the elevator.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
No. No, just saw that. Yeah. Can I not? What do you mean?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Can you just not turn it off? Go back. Go back. What's this? Okay. Sort here. Carpet sniper. Okay. Can I go back? No, I can't. I feel like there should be more stuff. Oh, I wish I could sprint so I could get back. Gosh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen
I
to me.
find what she
You can
said.
still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit.
Let's try that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
One thing
decided to
I
go to the
still
meeting
can't
room.
know.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a few, but I can't remember how to get to them.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
think
doors,
there's
this
one
was
here
not the correct
still.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley
This
took the
last time we
first
had
open
one-
door on his
oh.
left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
There's something right
yourself.
there.
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Let's see. Now what?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Bread.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What?
Gotcha! Oh,
Hey.
come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want
Yes.
to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make
Hey.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Hey.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his
I want
existence.
to get on the bed. You.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I don't watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Yeah,
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Maybe I hear.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Way.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Let's see. What if I go back out? So isn't that an option? Go back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Sweet.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Now what? Oh, there we go.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Nope.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh no, definitely. Can I do anything up here now?
Oh my God.
What is it?
It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
More time?
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Now what am I supposed to do? Go back
Of
down?
course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Is it doing anything now?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm
You know
tired.
what? I've just
So the
thought
next
of
ending?
something. Hold on, let's stop
I'm not-
for a moment. Don't you realize?
What have you done?
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Yeah?
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
That's
I mean
right.
it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference
A new
should be
place.
just around the corner here somewhere. Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative.
Dude who
Oh,
came
don't
up
worry,
with
you'll
pizza.
do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really
Died doing
proud of
Mars.
you, Stanley.
The Lord.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you.
Me
Go
and
get them.
doing great. Sit. Hello. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Thanks
No
for
matter
watching,
how
everyone.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
We might make it a continuation another day, but Alright, now. Thanks for watching.